Gold and silver had a really good time with a really strong price action leading us to the sky, to the moon. We will see that. Is this now the evidence for higher prices in the big picture as well? Many people are expecting that the prices will double in the near future because of inflation. So let's have a closer look what the news and what the latest price action brings to us. Stick with me and let's have a closer look. Yeah, let's have a closer look at gold first, and we see the strong price movement we have seen here in the last few days. And this is, killing at least the short ideas we had here. I kept my drawings here, my lines here, and you could see we had some resistance level here, which was not leading to anything to the downside. This one again. The latest was a strong move to the downside, but what was missing in all the time was a weak move to the upside. So while waiting for a short opportunity in the market did not give us that at all. Just to remind you, what we need in this case is if we have something like a strong move to the downside, something like this, I need something like a shaky move, an ABC move to the upside, to give me something like a, let's say like a proof or like a kind of evidence that the market is willing to turn around. But what we see here is that at any place here, we did not have any weak price movement. We did not have any weak price movement around here. Here we had some, and we had some strong movement to the downside. The first rule, what we need. But the second was not here. The market was rebouncing here from this level. So we never had a short chance here in the market. So yeah, it's a bullish market what we've seen here. Is this leading us to a really good picture in the longer time frames? Let's kill all this. We did not have the chance to sell short at that point, which was a good decision because the market was so strong in the last few days. And now we have seen that the intermediate high from end of January was broken. Yeah, well, this seems to be a really nice proof that the market is willing on the buy side. Yes, currently to sell short does not make sense so much in my eyes because the market is in the latest movement in a strong side. However, the big picture on a daily chart, for example, and the same here, of course, in the monthly or weekly chart in this case, we did not have any change. It's roughly exactly the same, but we can adjust the trend channel line a little bit. But however, this is more or less still a very good chance that this is a corrective trading pattern. And even if the next highest level here is broken, we have the next one. I draw them again from the lowest point, the lower side, and here, even if we reach levels around here, the next break is still not an evidence or proof that the market is willing to turn around. However, selling short is not a good option currently. Yeah, can I buy the market? Yes, of course you can buy. When can I buy the market? Whenever you have something like a corrective pattern. This is giving us a good opportunity to at least jump into the market for a short time frame. And if you are a bullish guy and thinking that gold has a better chances to the upside, then you can stick with the position. You don't need to take profits. You can just risk the small amount of money and stick with the position if the position is really running. If the market is skyrocketing and going through this level, and forgetting all the resistance levels here and all the corrective stylish patterns here, then you can just stay in the market and keep your position being very happy in this case. What do we need? How does it look when the market is giving us such an opportunity? It is more or less something like this, like you have seen here. If you have a strong movement, something like this, then you can have an educated guess that this is leading us to the next highest level. So if you see something after this movement here, which is definitely a strong one, similar to this one, for example, and you have something weak, shaky move to this direction, you can estimate that the market is continuing to the upside. It's estimated that the market is continuing to the upside. And also in this case, we can still buy and jump in the market here. But don't forget the overall picture has still a really bearish touch because of all these overlapping situations. So if you're willing to buy, which I'm not against this, no way, but in this case, you definitely need to trail stops somehow tighter if you want to survive things like this. I know many people are thinking now, yes, but in this case, if I did it here and trailed my stop here, I would be really disappointed because I would be stopped out here. And now the market is higher. Yes, this is something you need to take care of as a trader. I know many people are seeing themselves more like an investor. So they are not caring about losses. They just want to have the profits. But as a trader, I'm caring about losses very much because risk reducing and risk management is one of the most biggest issues as a trader. So if you want to have a guess and say, yeah, no, I'm quite convinced, you can just buy and keep the position, but you have to accept that this idea is still not from the table. Even what we've seen here, this is not from the table because all of the price action we have seen from the lowest point here is beside of this one. This is the only really bullish movement here, but all the other one, it's a lot of overlapping, internal overlapping, wherever you see it. You have overlapping and three-wave patterns, whatever it is. So all the price action to the upper side is, in the bigger picture, really corrective. So keep in mind, if you're willing to buy, if you want to keep this, I'm absolutely fine with this. I will not give you the recommendation, oh, you should not do that, because I don't know. It is possible that the market will come here from that level to the higher prices. But this is not really typical. So you should not expect this. The main idea that the market is coming down from something like this here in the first glance. I think we still have the chance for this one. What we do in this case is trading situations like this, trading the stop. We are typical profit takers, so taking profit after same length here, getting another one here. This is not leading us always to the best prices, of course, but this is giving us an opportunity to reduce the risk and to stay in the market, even if the market is turning on a way bigger picture to the downside. So that's it. What we see here, it is currently not a bear market. It is currently not the. We cannot see that the market is turning now, but what does it need to show us that the market is still in a bearish situation? You can see that when the market is doing some strong moves like this, some shaky moves like this, we can expect that the market has a good chance to at least continue this one. And the more this is below the previous highs, whichever you take, this one for example, or later other ones here, the more overlapping you have, the higher the chances that the market is still in the bearish mood here. So I will sell short the market when we see something like this. As long as I'm not seeing a strong move to the downside, a shaky move or an ABC move to the upside, and we don't trigger this level here, I will not sell short the market. I'm more or less talking all the time about, yeah, it's still not a good opportunity for gold price. Yes, but it's not an opportunity to sell short currently. So if you're in a bullish position, yeah, keep it. I think it's a good opportunity to stay in the position. But as soon as the market is showing us something like this and breaking through these levels here, then we can expect even more like this. And if you have overlapping situations, then the chances are very good for lower prices. As long as you have something like this, and beforehand we had something like this, which is a quite bullish move here, then you can stay with the bullish side and even build up positions by re-entering or pile up new positions, buying new positions, whatever. Things like this are absolutely okay for me. For all the blue bars or Born bar lovers here, we have also some daily Born bar here on a gold chart. So this is something we announce in the BORN-4-Trading. So this is something which is giving us an opportunity to enter the market on both sides, depending on the breakout. Here's the last trading day. You can find it out by yourself on your screen. If you don't want to get my messages from this, if you want to have them, just drop a line here in the comments and I will contact you somehow. And you can have this service. It's in German language on BORN-4-Trading.de, but you can also have the English version if you want to, but there's no registration website ready now, so you have to contact me to get into this service. However, if you want to see something like this, the market is giving us a good opportunity at turning points. You can see we had something like this, we had something like this, we had something here. It was not so really good one, but now we have another one. So this is very often on turning points. So maybe this is giving us an indication for an end for this one. So we have some ideas that this movement here to the upside, this trend channeling, whatever you take here, and all the resistance we have still here around this levels here can turn the market, but it needs a proof, and the proof is something like a strong move to the downside, or at least a break through the latest lowest level here, the Born bar in this case. So that's about gold. I'm not really convinced that this is the bull market we want to see. I still see a good chance that the market is coming down, but however, I named it before several times. I don't see it right now. I need to see something like this. So let's switch to the silver market, what we get here. And I just want to keep in mind what the market did here on the big scale. Nothing on the big scale, nothing special. There's still a chance that this bull flag here is due to see this latest movement to the downside. However, the last few days, the latest movement here is a bullish movement, and this is giving us roughly the same idea like we have in gold. This is not giving us any short opportunity currently, but when you see something like this on a lower time frame, many people are saying, yeah, but in the aftermath, the market turned here, but you said to wait. Yes, because I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not a guy with a crystal ball knowing what the market is doing here next. But when the market is doing something like this, then I have really good idea of what is the stronger move and what is the weaker move. And if we have a strong move to the downside, a weak move to the upside, then we have something like this. And some people may keep the positions running. Some take the profits here. But you have an idea, a rock solid idea where you can stop your trading idea in case you are wrong and keep it running in case you're on the right side. Keep in mind that the latest short idea is also a strong move to the downside, something which may look corrective in the future. Currently, it does not look corrective in my eyes because we have some counter movements here which were not overlapping. We have a bigger one, but this is not in the same size. So I see the opportunity. This is something like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like an ABC corrective pattern, and we see something here like this again. And later on, we will have some kind of a trigger here at that level, but I would prefer something like this, moving us to the downside. So you see, I'm not necessarily expecting this due currently. It can lead us and should lead us, to be honest, a little bit to higher movements. This is just a theoretical move here. I expect something like this, but not necessarily from that point. It can be, no, not from there. It can be at any time now. It can be from higher levels after we continued a little bit the latest climb. So I'm not sure where this down move will start, but I'm sure this will come. And if this is a corrective pattern, then forget about shorts. If you see something like this, this is still a bullish movement. This is a bearish movement indicating that the market is in a bullish move. You can re-enter and you can pile up your positions like I've mentioned before with gold. If you see something like a strong movement, an ABC pattern, you can think of a continuation into the strong movement. If you have a strong movement, you have a shaky movement, you can think of a continuation into the strong movement. This is always the same, and you can have this here in silver as soon as possible again. But as soon as, it comes up, we need to see this picture. As soon as it's not visible here, you should not trade this short idea here in this case. So that's it from gold and silver. I know that some people are wishing, no, you have to tell me whether the market is going up now or is going down now. To be honest, I cannot tell you what the market is doing next because there are so many influences in the market. We have the Ukrainian situation, we have the Chinese situation with Taiwan and the US, we have all the other things with the central banks, for example the Fed. We have of course the ECB coming up here as well, and the Bank of England and other central banks. So we have a lot of influence. We don't know what is happening next, but we know exactly what we want to see to bring us into an action. So that's what I think is important for us as a trader. I cross my fingers for your own trading success. Stay healthy. Seeing you soon. Bye bye.